Have you ever felt that life was a circle and only a few could ever break its morbid grasp? That maybe you were meant to do something great, but out of sheer lack of will and trying, you never did. That wonderful idea, that grand plot to solve the problem of starvation, or maybe you would cure cancer. You always feel like you can do anything. That, at the least, was what your parents would always tell you. Have you ever been called lazy, a useless speck on the face of this planet? You know why? Because you are, and when God has no more use for you, he smites you down. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I upset you? After all, this world is filled with many who have no purpose. There is a solution to your problem and a way to fix your situation. When you feel and finally come to accept you're useless, a man will come. He will have a vanilla suit, black stripes, and a clean-shaved head. Initially, you'll see him at a distance, maybe at a neighbor's house or out in the field. Now, take this as it is. This man will come for anyone of any age, as long as you have accepted that you are a complete and utter waste of the world's time. He will appear closer and closer until he is at your doorway, when you wake up the following morning after having horrific nightmares. He will stand there with an unflinching gaze upon you. Now, he will not move, regardless of how long you lay in your bed. He won't waver, he won't blink, and he won't speak until you confront him. Now, I know most will not. Fear will consume them as he stares at you, and madness will sink in. But those that do regard his words carefully. He will appear taller as you approach him. His stature will make you feel small in comparison, insignificant. He will ask you a simple question in an impressive voice that makes you feel hollow. "What would you do if I gave you 1 day to live?" he will say. He will then turn and leave through your doorway before you can answer. The question will rattle in your thoughts all day as you go through your routine. You'll think, maybe you could have done this better. What if I had tried this? Why hadn't you accomplished anything? I apologize. Let me continue. As you go home, you will see this man at the first place you stop. He will approach you, a slow, staggering walk. Yet again, he will ask you the same question. What would you do if I gave you 1 day to live? He will then answer the question if you have done something in your life of worth. He will tell you of it in grand fashion. If you had lived the life that so many of you do, then he will describe to you your worthlessness. If you are worthless, then you will faint waking in your room to find that everything is normal. Your day, though, is strange. You will not come into contact with any other human being. Morbid gratification of being useless will slowly fill you throughout your day. As you return home, nothing will happen. Your gratification will fade, and you will return to your nightly routine. The moment you wake up, you will see this man in the doorway. He will stare at you, and you will stare at him. In a transfixed gaze, he has you in an eternal lock. This is pointless, as all your life has ever been. An endless showing from one look to another of what you have done with what we gave you. Opportunity, he says. Now, the question is, if you had 1 day to live life to the best of your ability, what would you do?